Hey guys, Mike the Cop here, and as I look back on my own career and I continue to want to encourage cops that are active or people who are considering going into law enforcement, as I encourage them to be at their best, what it takes to be a good cop in a pretty bad world, I think there are 4 key areas. Fitness, mindset, relationships, and career goals. I'm going to split this up into 4 videos, and first up, fitness. Let's do this. I've heard it said that if you choose law enforcement as a career, you give up the right to be unfit. And I agree 100% with that statement. Nothing is more frustrating, whether it's seeing it on the internet or in person, fat, lazy, out of shape cops who live up to the stereotype that cops are lazy and out of shape and eat too many donuts. Let's be honest. Everybody loves a good donut. This is especially frustrating as we see assaults against police officers on the rise across the country for no other reason than these men and women are wearing a uniform. Full disclosure, guys, on today's video, I turned off the Google AdSense because I'm also going to be promoting a company and a service called Effective Fitness as part of the solutions to what we're talking about today. Stick around to the end of the video, I'll explain it all, or check the description or pinned comments for more info. All right, 3 causes to a lack of physical fitness in this career and 3 solutions. So this is good for whether you need to be reminded about where you need to be in this career if you're active or you're considering law enforcement. Think about these things and prepare accordingly. The first cause is a schedule of the law enforcement officers. As if cops weren't working a lot of hours before, the trend that is happening right now with early retirements or people just leaving the career, that means for those that remain, it's insane work hours for officers that have families. It leaves little time for energy to dedicate to physical fitness or other core physical and perishable skills like firearms or defensive tactics or other operational preparations. For cops working 12 to 18-hour shifts 5 to 7 days a week, there's just not a lot left in the tank to be able to put into the necessary skills and fitness development that they need for the job. I know it's ironic that the very job that you need to be fit for is preventing you from being fit for that job. The very motivation and discipline that was instilled in you for those skills back in the police academy, you know, when you had that fantastic police academy physique, right?
Daddy long neck hair.
Has now tanked to new lows because you just don't have it in you at this point. The second problem is injuries and health-related problems due to the job itself as well. Some of these are valid, some of these can tend to be excuses, but this job is very hard on the body due to the demands of this job that is physical in nature. We have countless adrenaline dumps that leaves our hormones truly all out of whack. We burn through that adrenaline reserve way faster than the average person in our society, and that leads to sort of a lot of health complications with hormone imbalances and other issues, as well as carrying around all the gear. You're schlubbing that around. You have a duty belt on with all of your equipment. You're carrying the vest. Whatever is going on there, it can often lead to chronic or acute injuries that leave you sidelined and incapable of actually performing at your best or training at your best for the job. If these things aren't understood or left unchecked, it can create a falling backwards momentum that leads to more problems. Lastly, it's just complacency. I'm talking like good old-fashioned laziness. I don't even really think that needs much of an explanation. We all know that when we see it. We know that when we are being that, and we know it when we see it in others. At least the first 2 problems, there's some validity to that thing that we need to overcome. This is just literally a personal choice. You have chosen to be complacent. You have become lazy. You can take any kind of excuses you want as to why, but that's where you're at, and you got to be honest with yourself, and we got to be honest with each other that we have to get rid of lazy cops. Next to corruption, next to being a bad cop, lazy cops have got to go. They're the worst. But fear not, all these things can be dealt with. And how can we deal with them? How can we overcome these problems with some solutions that are practical for this job? First thing is work on progress, not perfection. Don't get fixated on the goals. Get fixated on the little steps that you can take to make progress. I think that we should all be, as cops, as police unions where we have those, we should be advocating for things like on-the-job fitness training hours so that you can actually do what is required of the job on the job. I think that's super valuable, and departments that are doing that are way ahead of the curve. So continue to advocate for that, but while you can't, choose to do things that are little bits of progress, because moving in the right direction is better than staying stagnant. So no equipment, no excuses. Choose things that you can do: push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. Even while you're working, take a 5-minute break, do something. Do push-ups every few minutes. Find that 20-minute window a couple of times a week to really get the workout in that you can get in, because that's better than nothing at all. So focus on progress and not perfection. Little wins over time will always outperform big attempts occasionally. And another simple solution is a gut check. Do you want to be there for your family? Do you want to be there for the people that you promise to help serve and protect in your community? Do you want to be there for your brothers and sisters behind the badge with you when they need you most? Do you want them to be able to do the same for you? This is a culture issue. We need to be at our best performance physically in all of our skill sets as cops in order to not leave anyone behind, to do the job the best that we can. You don't want to be that person whose partner is calling for help on the radio and you can't get over the fence. You can't keep running. You can't keep pushing yourself. You can't deal with that suspect the way that they need to be dealt with because you just haven't trained well enough to do it. You don't want to be that guy, that girl. You need a gut check. You may say, I want to be a good cop, but if you want to fill your face with all kinds of junk food, or you don't want to take the time to do what you can to make little progress, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to your family and you're lying to your brothers and sisters on the job. You need to gut check yourself and reprioritize this, because your life and the lives of others that you value depend on it. It's time to get a plan and get to work. Now, if you're like me and you're not a fitness guru, and you, like for me, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and so that tricks me into being more in shape than I would otherwise be, because I enjoy the activity and I think it's a translatable skill to this job, and it has served me very well when I was patrolling. But if you're get into that strength and conditioning world, you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the right things to be doing are. You're in good company. A lot of people are like that. You just want to find someone that can tell you what to do so that you can just go do it, because you have the drive, you just don't have the knowledge. And that's okay. But if you've checked into the price of personal training, it can get pretty expensive, especially on a cop salary. And that's where Effective Fitness comes in. Through Effective Fitness, they provide daily workouts for the person that has access to all the bells and whistles, or the person who has literally zero equipment at all. Whether you're a cop looking to be a bodybuilder, or you're a recruit looking to be ready for the academy, or just for your everyday person looking to increase survivability for real. Not like this guy. The app was made by cops for cops, has a fitness trainers, a physical therapist on staff to answer questions, deal with adaptations and injuries, and to help you stay motivated. And right now until January 9th, you can try Effective Fitness for $1 for 30 days. Don't like it? Cool. But I hope if you don't choose this, you'll choose something that can increase your level of fitness and preparedness for this job. It's after the $1 trial for 30 days. It's only $25 a month, and you get all the programming you need to be at peak performance, exactly what it says, effective fitness levels. I realized that I lied. I only gave you 2 solutions. It is what it is. Sorry, I was dishonest there. But what problems and solutions would you guys add to the mix? Let me hear from you in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, share it if you found value in it, and subscribe to whatever video service you see this on, and keep up with the content. Appreciate you guys. Let's have an awesome 2022. See you in the next video.